Hey everybody, this is Justin with PumpPal. I am the developer, owner of PumpPal, and this is my new app for workout tracking and overall body measurements tracking. Everything to do with your workouts will be in this app. And I'm just kind of go over the features today for the iOS app. This is in both the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. You can get it on Android and Apple. Today I'm just going to demonstrate the iOS app so you can see what the features are and how to use it. Um, so we'll go over that today. So first off on this one, once you're signed in, you download the app and you create an account and you're signed in, you'll be brought to your plan screen. And what the plan screen is all your plans. And your plans is like a collection of exercises that you're going to do on a given day, um, and things of that nature. So as you can see here, we have the plans. I'm just going to click that plus button to add a new plan. And let's say we're going to do chest day, right? I'm going to go chest, type it in. Obviously, we got to do that on Monday. Everyone does chest on Monday, duh. But you can pick any day of the week you want. You can do like Friday, you can do, Tuesday, you can do Monday. Whichever day you do chest on, or whatever you want to set up, you can add a plan for that. So I hit add plan, and you can see it on there. It says it's a Monday, and you have your chest you're going to hit. Right now it says no exercises because you haven't added any exercises into the plans. In your last perform, you never performed it because you just added this exercise, right? So if we go into the exercise, we can add an exercise that we're going to do, and it's chest day. And one of the unique features of PumpPal is that you can select exercises by type. You can either do a weight training, you can do body weight training, or you can do cardio. I have future plans to add in like stretching and stuff like that because there's more to working out than just being big. You know what I'm saying? You can do your stretching should be good, your cardio should be good, all that good stuff. But for this demonstration, we're going to select weight training because we're going to do the chest. And of course, you can't go a chest day with the bench press. So if I select weight training, it's only going to show me exercises that use weights. If I select body weight, it's only going to show me exercises that use your body weight. So you have like the Hindu push-up, you have a one-arm push-up, you have regular push-ups. And I'll demonstrate that after this one. So we're going to say we're going to do the barbell bench press. And then we're simply going to add our sets. And let's say you do 200, you did it 8 times. And your rest time is going to be in seconds. So if you want to wait 3 minutes, it'll be 180 seconds. So we're going to say 180 seconds. We're going to hit save. We're going to add another set. We're going to say 200, 8, 180, save. 200, 8, 180, save. And then we're going to be happy with this, right? Standard workout. We're going to hit add exercise. Alright, and then like I said before, we'll check out some body weight exercises. You can do body weight, so I'm going to select body weight this time. And we're going to do the standard push-up. But as you can see, you have options there, a lot of options for different type of if you want to do body weight, you can do incline push-ups, one-arm push-ups, pike push-ups. So I'm trying to add more and more as I learn more and more about the different body weights. I know calisthenics are a big thing now, so I'm trying to keep up with that. I'm going to hit push-ups, select that one, go to standard push-up. And then for this one, you can see on that input field, you can put in your body weight, right? So if you weigh 180 pounds, you're going to do 8 push-ups, and you're going to rest, that 3 minutes. I'm going to go 180, 8, and we're going to rest 3 minutes. 180, 8, and we're going to rest 3 minutes. Hit save. I'm going to hit add exercise. And let's say you're doing obviously you can do more, you can do less, and you can add all the exercise you want, but for the sake of the video length, I'm going to say you're going to finish it off with a little bit of cardio, so we're going to hit add exercise, and I'm going to select cardio. And I'm going to do, I guess, walking for 15 minutes. And we're going to walk on the treadmill, and it's going to be an incline. And we're going to do that like 1.5 miles. And it took me 30 minutes, right? I'm going to hit add exercise. So now you have your plan is set for Monday, your chest day. You're going to do the bench press. You're going to do some push-ups to burn out. Then you're going to finish with a 30-minute walk on the treadmill. You can set up whatever you want to set up. This is just what I'm doing for the demo. And then if you go back to the plan screen, you can see now we have 3 exercises in your plan. Chest day on Monday. You've never performed this exercise yet because you just added the plan. And you've never done it yet, right? So we're going to go ahead and go back in the exercise. We're going to hit start workout. And it's pretty standard here what it's going to be. We're going to go 210. I did it 10 times. I'm going to save my set. 200, I did. Okay, so we have the rest timer here. Obviously, at the end of the rest timer, it's going to beep and let you know it's done. On the iOS app, though, right now, I do know there is a problem where if you're like, let's say you leave the app and you go to like Facebook and you play around in there, or you go to Reddit and you play around in there, if it's in the background, the rest timer doesn't play. I'm aware of that. I'm trying to get it fixed as soon as I can. But as of right now, I know that's a problem, and I'm trying to fix it. Just a heads up. It does not do that in the Android app because when I realized it was a problem and I was building the Android app, when I was building up this view or part of this app, I did integrate it. I just have to fall back now and do it on the iOS app. So just a heads up, that's a problem. But I'm going to go ahead and hit 10 again. And let's say you only got it 8 times that time around. We can skip the rest. And just for time's sake, we're going to just go through this and finish our workout. And then you do your walk. Do it for 30 minutes. Save set. And you're presented with the workout complete screen where it records the total amount of weight you worked and how long it took you to do that. So we're going to hit finish on this one. I'm going to go back. And as you can see now, your last perform time is going to be August 7th, 2025. And that's helpful because you can see which workouts, which we always know it's leg day, that you skipped. And you can see that very clearly on there when the last time you completed it, right? So that's the gist of the workout tracking. You can add as many plans as you want. If you have to find it, you can obviously search for a plan. And that is the plans screen. Pretty straightforward. I have some plans in the future, though. I know a big issue is like advanced lifters. They have to do like supersets, and it's hard to do supersets in some of these. I'll have to look into it more because I don't see how they can't do it because they can always add in, more sets with varying weights. But I do want to do some more advanced options for people later on in this tracking. I'm going to have a quick add feature too, so if you want to add a set, let's say you're feeling good, did your third set, feel you can do more, you can quickly, within the workout, add a set. Otherwise, we're going to move on to our other feature, which I just added. It's a new feature. It's called measurements. And what this allows you to do is track all your measurements because, as we all know, that the scale isn't always the same answer. A lot of times if you're trying to lose weight, the scale might not move, but maybe your arms got bigger, maybe your legs got bigger, or maybe your tummy got smaller. All those things can keep you on track and keep you motivated, so this is where you keep those measurements, right? So I'm going to add a new measurement. I'm going to say I'm 275 pounds. I am 38% body fat, right? I'm going to say, just for time's sake, I'm just going to quickly add 10s for all the measurements. But for this one, you're going to want to do the measurements for each one, for whenever you record it. I usually do once a week, I'll do my recordings. On the same day and the same time. That way it's consistent. Like, you'll consistently have the same amount of water storage if you do it the same day, as opposed if you did it Wednesday night after you ate some fucking, Taco Bell. Why does it say my audio is disconnected? Is it still working? Let me just check that real quick. Yeah, that's good. Okay, good. But yeah, so let's say you ate Taco Bell, Wednesday night, and you decided to do your measurement when you usually do it on Sunday, right? That's going to have so much sodium in it. You're going to hold water. It's going to build up in your system. So it's not going to be the same. So try to do the measurements on the same day that you consistently measure yourself on. But here we are. I'm going to put 10 in, put 10 in, 10, 10. I'm going to hit save. Alright, so when you first initially do a measurement in the app, you're going to get your first measurement, and it's going to be labeled as your first measurement as you see in the screen. And essentially, this is going to be a historical record. So in the background, I save it. I say this is a historical record. This is the first measurement he's ever made. This way, whenever you make new measurements, you can always compare your first measurement so you can see your progress over time. So if I go ahead and add measurement, and then I do another one, what was I say? I'm trying to cut down and lose weight because I'm a big boy. So let's say I lost 5 pounds this week, right? I'm 270. Heck yeah, instead of, I think I put 38%. Let's say I got down to 37%, fuck yeah. And then let's just do measurements right now for shits and giggles. And we have this. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Save. And you can see here we have a new measurement. And just a heads up too, generally I'm on a Mac Mini, so I have very little screen real estate. So if you're on like a standard phone, which most people have the standard size iPhones, you'll have a bit more space in here. I try to get them as much space for that measurements as I could. But that's about what we got for space on there. And you can scroll through all your measurements. I think right now it's storing, no matter what, hundreds of measurements. I think in the future, I'm going to have this only store up to 20 measurements, but always keep your historical record from your first one. That way it doesn't get too messy and it doesn't bog it down later in the future. But that is the measurements, and this is how you keep track here. This little button here, what it does is give you options for tools you can use to track these measurements, and you can take a look at that when you download the app, and you can play around with it, right? Another option we have inside the app is feedback. I'm a one-person developer, so any type of feedback you can get is awesome. If you have any suggestions in the future what we can put in there, I will definitely consider them, so do message me about those. And then you have the option at the top, you can switch it to be the problem. If you see a problem, please be sure to give me feedback on that too, because that really helps me, because I don't have like a whole team, it's just me making this app. So if you see any problems, please let me know. Don't feel like you're being a jerk for telling me you have a problem, right? Just go ahead and let me know. That would be awesome. Other than that, I'm going to move on, and we're going to go here. Of course, we have the account screen. Pretty straightforward. If you got to reset your password, you reset your password. If you want to delete your account, that'll delete the account and all the data I have on you on my SQL servers or my servers themselves. If you move on here, we have the option for lifetime access. And this is pretty straightforward, but it's a great deal considering that most apps charge you about like $6 to $12 a month to use their apps without ads. This one allows you to pay one-time fee at this point. This will change in the future as it grows, but right now I'm trying to keep it as cheap as possible for people can get access to this. So for $39.99, you get lifetime access, and you'll have no ads. You're grandfathered in later, so if I ever have any new features, let's say I have a bunch of ideas for new features later coming. You got plans, you'll automatically have that. It's only a one-time payment, you get it. You're marked, you're subscribed. Once again, it's saying the limited time price. It's because it's not going to be there forever. I think later on we're going to be forced to do the subscription model as server cost rises. Unfortunately, that's a thing. We'll do the subscription model, and then we will have a one-time purchase, but it won't be for $39.99. It's going to be much more expensive. So definitely take advantage of that while it's still an early app, and you can get that deal. And obviously, if you subscribe, not only will it remove ads, but it syncs all your plans, and it syncs your body measurements, and it syncs everything to the server. So if you ever get a new phone, you sign in with your new device, you'll get all your plans and your body measurements added to your new device. Or if you ever break your phone, or you decide to go to Android instead of iOS, you will have that login and it'll sync your plans for you. If you don't have the membership, it'll just be saved locally, so it's tied to your phone, not so much to your login information. But right now, that is the gist of the app. It's in its basic form right now. I just got that body measurement feature in. The Android version I'll be covering later in another video. But essentially has the same things. Right now it's under review in the Google Play Store. I just added the body measurement features for that one, and it's being processed. So we're waiting for that to go through, and I'll make a new video. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope you check out my app. Once again, it's called PumpPal. It's on the iOS store, and it's on the Android store or Google Play Store. And definitely check it out, and then you can be part of the newcomers that can give me new ideas, and we can get this thing up to par to be the best tracker there is out there. That's what I'm hoping for. Otherwise, please sure to follow for more information as we move forward, and you all have a good day.